Hello, my name is Bruce Russell, and several of you have been in touch telling me how much you enjoyed watching me making the silver cow creamer. Today I'm going to be making a wheelbarrow. This is made all in silver. This particular wheelbarrow would have been used in Guernsey. It's a very old style, around about 1920s to around about 1950. And this is a commission for a local family. And this will start life. You need to make it with a frame. This will start life out of a piece of 4mm square bar, and I need to make the wire sort of slightly oblong, so I'm going to draw it down on the rolling mill that you can see behind me here. This is really just like a mangle, and you can adjust the guides up or down. These steel bars here, as I turn the handle, will make it squash through. So just watch just one moment and I'll do a little piece for you now. You can see it going through. I'll pull the item back out. Here we are. We've now got, you can probably just, if I keep my hands still, you can probably just see how far I've gone up to. So now we've got the correct shape, which what I want for the underneath the wheelbarrow. So I'll probably run the whole lot up to about here doing that. Then I'll start to cut it up and saw it. Then I'll start to solder the whole item together with silver solder. The thick pieces on the side that's going to form the arms, and in the middle section you've got the little ladder effect where the actual basket is going to stand in. So this is the first part of it. So I've cut these out. Next thing, I'm going to now silver solder them together. The green flame that you're seeing, that's just a protective finish that we put onto the silver to stop it getting fire started. The underneath section, you can see the ladder effect. And in the background you've got the start of the wheel, and this little cross here is going to make the little spokes to be put inside that piece. The axle's been put through the front wheel now, so the next operation will be to silver solder that in, and then into the hot water just to remove the flux that you can see on it. Here you can see the two side supports that's connected to the under section of the wheelbarrow. These will take the actual section that will slot in either side of that. So I've got them fitted. So the next thing will be get this hot. Once that's hot, I can solder down on this joint here and the other one as well at the same time. Then that will go into the hot water just to remove the flux, and then I'll work on the top section of the wheelbarrow, the basket, and then the front wheel then can be fitted in. You can see the little axle pins probably just down at the front. The front wheel will then be put in at the same time. The legs are all soldered on. Next thing is to just get a little piece of card like this here and get the approximate sizes what I require, and then transfer that to silver. This will make the middle section that would take all the ground when the item's finished. So you can see I've already done some fold lines here. I'll just cut the paper template out just with a pair of snips like I would cut the silver out. This is a little bit long, so cut some of that section off there, a little bit off the front. Cut the two side arms down a little wee bit. This is only an approximate. Now as you can see, this is ready. This is coming together nicely now. So that will be transferred to a silver sheet. I'll cut that out, then I'll start to hammer it up on this, shape it on what we call a hatchet stake. This is this stake here on my right. This was my paper template that you see me working on. That's been now marked out onto a silver sheet, cut out, and I've already started to fold the pieces over. Doing this on a hatchet stake, which is a very sharp edge here, and down the scribe lines that I've got, I can now start to, with my hand, hold that down really tight and force down on here. Same with the other side, down those lines. Then I'll go with a nylon mallet just to true those up. The item, the bottom of the barrow here, it's slightly bowing in the middle, so I'll go onto this little steel stake and get this accurate. Now it's a matter of just doing a lot of tapping to get the slot down in there and fit really tight. So that's got to move up in line more with the front wheel. The side edges are a little bit steep at the moment, so I'll just bend those out very slightly and move the side edges of the wheelbarrow out at the same time. Now I've got the basket fitted. As you can see here, it's all shaped to actually fit in this section here. What I'm going to do now is go over to the soldering bench and silver solder down these edges here, joining the two together. And then next thing after that, I'll make the front piece here. That will be then silver soldered in at the same time. That tube in the middle, that's just really to weight it down, so I've got a really snug fit. So I'll do that now, silver solder that straight down the edges. The two sections of the basket are now soldered together. That means the side pieces and the frame have soldered, and I've just put the front section on. As you can see, that's just been soldered in. So I'm now going to make up some silver to resemble ground by leaving the flux on the item, and then I'll produce the little fork that's to go with it and the spade as well. Then we'll start to put the whole thing together. To make the little shovel, get that exactly centralised. That's it, we're ready to now solder that. And the fork, I've just got to finish doing a little bit on the tines, on the prongs at the end. So set that alight. A little bit of flux to get the solder to flow. Now what I need to do is get some ground effect by melting up a lot of silver, and that's going to be fixed inside the wheelbarrow here, and that's where I'll put the fork into and the little spade that I'm going to make. We're nearly there now, as you can see the item. This has got the wood grain effect across here, so if you could just skim around here, I'm going to melt the silver and get a ground effect. This will be one of the last jobs now, is just to do the hallmarking with the Guernsey hallmarks underneath. So the first mark is my maker's mark with my initials inside, BR, for Bruce Russell. So that will be resting on a little stake like that, and I'll stamp that in. Second mark will be the Royal Seal of Edward I, which is the Island crest. Third mark will be the date stamp for 2013. And then, because we work so close near to France, they tend to use a lower grade of silver, so I'll just put the quality of the silver mark and then the silver stamp alongside of it. What I'm going to do here is finish the ground effect in 18 karat gold. So I've just put it into some gold salts, turn on the agitator, and you'll see it start to bubble away as the plating process gets underway. So that'll go into all the little where you can see the ground effect, and that'll finish in a beautiful yellow 18 karat gold. Here is the finished wheelbarrow. I hope you've all enjoyed watching me make it. It'll give you an idea how silver and gold pieces are produced and the amount of work that goes in to finish these pieces. Several people asked how the gardens look in the summer. These are the gardens that surround the gold and silversmiths. So this just gives you a little bit of an idea. We get very high temperatures here in the summer, so basically everything is looking glorious.